Hi everyone, it's Sunday, September 6th, time for another HideNet Weekend Review. I'm Vera Dordick. So it's Labor Day weekend in the United States and many people are enjoying a long weekend with Monday off. In Europe, the tanning sector is back to work, so since we haven't heard from Europe in a while, let's start there. Editor Andrea Guolo reports that prices are higher on many selections, and this is due to decent demand in some cases, and in others due to lower slaughter. Starting with the UK, the 36 plus ox has been helped by higher prices in the US, which allowed British sellers to raise their prices as well, and all the categories went up by 5 to 10 cents last week. This makes the price of the 36 plus 70 to 75 cents a kilo in sterling, while in Ireland it tops out at 70 cents per kilogram in euros for the same selections. In the European bull markets, some origins were also higher, such as the French selections. Those were up 10 cents for central France at 80 cents in euros, and those from Brittany were up as high as €1. In his analysis this week, Andrea looks at what the restart of work has brought about with regard to prices, as well as a detailed explanation of what's going on with upholstery. He also starts looking ahead to Lineapel and the two concurrent fairs that are going to take place in Milan in just a couple of weeks. Turning to South America, some prices there are higher too. Editor Ronald Guiel tells us that the price of fresh hides jumped 18% last week to sell at 60 cents in reals per kilo. As of yet, the increases haven't transferred over to TR1, so it remains at 55 cents per square foot for the time being. In the news from Brazil, Marfrig opened up 400 more jobs at one of its plants in Mato Grosso. From elsewhere in Latin America, Argentina reports that slaughter is on the decline. Colombia is set to see its footwear tariffs with the U.S. drop to 0 in January under the trade agreement that they have. And Mexico saw a successful online edition of the Apemex Fair last week. Turning to the United States, it was a little quieter for sellers there because they had very few hides to offer and because they're already well sold. Prices were again steady or higher, with a few popular steer selections continuing their pretty steady move upward. At this point, if buyers need hides, they have to pay up. Even the cow sector has seen some major improvements with regard to interest, and on a few types of hides, prices have increased, mostly on Holsteins. It will definitely be interesting to see the progress in those prices over the next few weeks as packers work hard to keep their positions in a good place. With supplies limited, regular heavyweight Texas steers gained $1, with 62, 64-pound selections selling as high as $21. Slaughter for the week through Saturday, September 5th was 3% lower at an estimated 633,000. With regard to export sales, the number was decidedly lower, which really shouldn't be surprising given that packers pulled back on their offerings this week. Total sales were 498,300, the lowest in the past 4 weeks. Combined shipments were also lower at 516,600, and these have been below slaughter for many weeks, which is of concern to some. And then in our observations this week, we have a guest editorial by Craig Rolson entitled Cow Vid, The New World Order. So you'll want to check that out. So until next week, that's all we have for today. Good night from HideNet.